just got back from an appointment looking at a home that a couple inherited from her father. And so they are out of state. They came here to Atlanta to fix it up. They have a real estate agent. They're getting it ready to put on the market, but it's not yet painted. Some of the flooring needs to be changed out. Otherwise, it's a good house. And the end of the appointment, after looking through the house, I told them honestly they're going to net more money than my investment company would pay for the property, just because it doesn't need a lot of work to get the highest retail value. Anyway, they wanted to pick my brain because I had some insight about the value, the risk profile, and different things going on at the house that they asked me about once they understood that I knew what I was doing. And so they asked me about a ceiling fan that was huge and beautiful, but it wasn't working properly. And disclosing that, disclosing another issue in the home. And I told them they really need to talk to their agent about it, but they need to be careful that they just don't cover up what we call a latent defect. And so we would never do that from my standpoint with my company. If we know of an issue that is that something that we have to disclose, we will disclose it and either leave it as is, or in most cases, we will make the repair, but we'll disclose that something happened in the house. Like in this case, it was just smoke from the fireplace over the years had built up some soot on the trim and the wall and the ceiling above the fireplace. And I couldn't really notice it. I thought it was just like a shadow because of just the way light hits the a wall and a ceiling is just, and trim is just different depending on where in the house it is and how the light's coming in the house. So had a normal appearance to me, but they pointed out the fact that it was soot buildup, and they were asking me about that, and I couldn't really advise them on that. They said their painter advised that they just put kills on it. That's what the painter would do, and then paint over it. But they heard something somewhere that it needs to be properly remediated. Now, there wasn't a fire in the house. The house did not catch on fire or anything like that. It was just activity in the fireplace. And I think it may have actually been a gas fireplace, which is kind of unusual, in my opinion, that there would be any soot buildup at all. But it could have been a decade or more of using that gas fireplace that maybe the very little smoke and soot that is released from the fireplace is unnoticeable, but over a decade or more, it does accumulate and can be seen. Um, so I don't know if that's something that actually needs to be professionally remediated or not, or how that works. Because again, if the house had caught on fire, I would say they definitely would need to disclose that, and then that the repairs were made, and document the date of the fire, whatever. But this was not the house on fire. So anyway, it's always something that comes up, and I'm always available to answer any real estate related question or any real estate investment related question.